Hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome back to Mokba 11. Today I'll be talking to you about some recent comments made by Ruben Amorim in the press conference ahead of our pre-season match against West Ham today at midnight UK time. And basically what he had to say was Mbeumo and Cunha can play as goal scorers, and Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund, we have them as well. He's happy. That's basically what he said. Now, my question is, does he mean he doesn't want a new striker? Or does that mean he knows the club can't afford to get one, especially now that Isak is most likely going to leave Newcastle and then Sesko is probably going to join Newcastle United, which would leave us with other options like Watkins, Jackson, who are not really very desired when it comes to from Man United's part. Now, if that is the case for Ruben Amorim, then he's completely cooked. He's genuinely cooked because apparently he doesn't want a midfielder, even though he said we lack pace in the midfield. I don't know if that was him calling out the board, basically saying we need new midfielders. But so far, it looks like the midfield is being neglected the most because we're not being linked to anybody in the midfield. It's mostly been striker links and then also Sene Lammens, the goalkeeper from Royal Antwerp. Goalkeeper, we're most likely going to end up with one. Now, it's important that we get at least one of either a midfielder or a striker. Ideally, we get both. But so far, it doesn't look like Ruben Amorim wants either. With the midfield one, that's just a suspicion, simply because we haven't been linked to any. But then again, he also did say, as I mentioned earlier, we need more pace in the midfield, which in my opinion is bullshit because, sorry, midfield is the high IQ players game. It's like the thinking players game. You see players that don't really have pace like that perform extremely well in midfield. Whether it's players like a Xavi, a Busquets, an Iniesta, we need midfielders that know how to keep the ball. I know in Amorim's system, the midfielders, they're not really as important as, let's say, the wingbacks. Mostly wide is how they play. Like, basically, he likes to play out wide to the wingbacks. They tend to be the ones that progress the ball. But regardless, you always need midfielders that can actually progress with the ball, actually control the game, control the tempo. Because so far, the only midfielder that we have that can actually do that job are Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro. Ugarte, not so much, to be honest. You can tell he's more of a win the ball back, just play it to the next player that's open. And Bruno Fernandes, he's just going to high tempo 24/7. He's not going to dictate the tempo. Yeah, he's just going to accelerate it every single time he gets it. And yeah, I mean, look, it's so far not looking good for Man United in the transfer window. A goalkeeper is definitely not enough, and most likely Andre Onana is going to end up playing as a starting goalkeeper anyway. Sene Lammens, if he joins, he's most likely going to be the cup goalkeeper. He's probably going to take over the Altay Bayindir role. All it's going to do is just maybe push out Altay Bayindir from the club, and also it's just not really going to make a significant impact at the club. It's mostly just going to be a cup goalkeeper, let's be honest. And yeah, I mean, it's not looking very good for the football club. In my opinion, if we keep going the way we have been going in the transfer market, and if there's any backbone in terms of the transfer links that we've been having so far, I think Ruben Amorim is going to be lucky if he survives the season, even to the January transfer window. I would not be surprised if by January we have a whole new manager or an interim manager. And yeah, I mean, look, Ruben Amorim, I want him to succeed. He definitely talks a lot of sense. But Man United is essentially where careers end, and I fear Ruben Amorim is probably going to be the latest victim. Even though, actually, now Ruben Amorim, he's going to find the job. Ten Hag managed to do it, Ruben Amorim is going to manage to do it as well. But it's generally not looking good for us and for Ruben Amorim. Hopefully he proves us wrong, but that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video.